My name is Leo. There used to be 4 of us. Now there are 2. Everything began with Mark, the one who always pushed us into adventures. He discovered the urban legend about Harrow House, an abandoned estate deep in the foothills. 70 years ago, its owner, an architect obsessed with impossible geometry, vanished without a trace. The rumors said the house wasn't haunted by ghosts, but by itself, by its impossible, shifting structure. Mark said it was perfect for content, but Chloe wanted to stay home. Sam promised we'd stick together. We parked miles from the house and walked in under a heavy purple sky. The air was too still. Harrow House rose from the trees like a massive, decaying skeleton, stretching upward in a way that felt wrong, like the angles didn't add up. "We're on a timer," Mark whispered, gripping his camera. "We get footage, we get out." We climbed through a cracked conservatory window. Dust floated through the air like ash. The house smelled old, mold, wet wood, and forgotten memories. At first it looked normal for a ruin because of its broken glass, collapsed ceilings, sagging wallpaper. Sam stayed close, one hand on my shoulder. Chloe and Mark walked ahead, their footsteps crunching softly. Then we stepped into the central hall. It wasn't possible. Inside, it stretched much longer than the outside of the house. It's an endless corridor leading to a massive wooden door nearly swallowed in shadow. Mark pulled out a strange wooden bird from his pocket. "This is the tether. If we get separated, meet here and listen for this." He clicked the mechanism, and the little thing chirped sharply. We moved on, climbing toward the second floor. While we explored an old bedroom, all light suddenly vanished. Every trace of the faint daylight through the broken windows. The darkness was total, crushing. Chloe screamed. Mark swept his headlamp across the room. That's when we realized how wrong everything was. The window was gone. The door we walked through was gone. Inside was a cracked mirror reflecting the 4 of us, looking terrified. A soft scratching began behind the walls, slow, like dragging fingernails across plaster. Chloe snapped. She sprinted not toward a door, but toward a blank section of wall. And just before she hit it, a door materialized there. She crashed through it and disappeared into the dark beyond. "Chloe!" Mark yelled, but Sam pulled him back hard. "No, we stay together." We waited a tense minute. Then Sam let go, and Mark rushed toward the new door. I followed, shining my light. The doorway revealed a narrow stairway leading down. "Sam, watch our backs," I called. I stepped onto the first stair. I turned to look at Sam. He stood 20 feet away, exactly where he'd been. I blinked and the stairs were gone. I was now on a small landing, isolated. Sam was across a gap of broken floorboards, staring at me, horrified. Leo, where did you go?" he shouted. Before I could answer, the wood beside him bulged like breathing skin. A heavy wooden door slid silently out of the wall and sealed him off. "Sam!" I screamed. A dull, sickening thud hit the floor behind the newly formed door. One awful impact and then silence that felt final. Mark and I were alone. The house wasn't trying to trap us. It was dividing us. "The bird," I gasped. "Use the tether." We ran down the stairs through different stairs this time. Because the house kept shifting and ended up in a massive, windowless pantry. Jars of ancient food lined the shelves. The air felt thick, smothering. "Chirp it, Mark," I begged. His hands shook violently. He dropped the wooden bird. It hit the floor and chirped once. The sound echoed unnaturally, like the walls were amplifying it. And then, from somewhere very close, something answered. Tap, tap, tap. Mark slowly raised his headlamp toward the shelves. There was something sitting on a high shelf and it was the same wooden bird. Identical. Perfect. Its little beak opened. Chirp. "It copied us," I whispered. It listened, and copied the tether. The wall cracked open behind the shelf, revealing the central hallway again. "Run, now." I shoved Mark forward. We sprinted without thinking, bursting through the conservatory window and stumbling into the cold air outside. We didn't stop running until we reached the car. We drove for hours, too terrified to speak. We survived, only 2 of us. We told the story of Harrow House. We warned people. We tried to move on. But at night, when Mark is asleep, I sit awake and listen. In the walls of my own home, I hear soft scratching. Slow, rhythmic, patient, and then closer than before. I hear tiny wooden taps. Tap, tap. The house let us leave, but it took something with it. Something that knows our voices. Something that knows our rooms. And something that knows our life. And that is our friend.